America are all mutts. There is very few queen breeders in the U.S. that can guarantee you is a Cronulla or this bee is Saskatchewan. There's so many different races of bees. I had no idea when I got into it. But how bee breeding works in the area is a queen, when she's ready to mate, will fly up in the air, and there's drones in the air just above where we can't see. She'll get mated. She can actually hold 1,000 eggs in her at once, or 2,000 eggs, and come down and she lays. And that's bee breeding season, our most busiest time of the year other than the honey pool. This is where we make sure we have a good honey pool, we have good queens, we look at that. I'm gonna get in that later, that's why I have these note cards, because I just saw it. So, we try to grow our yard ethically. And all Emerald's main mission.
I got it.
So how Emerald first started was me and my wife bought some beehives, and we'll see how this goes. And we pulled our honey and we put it online for sale, and it sold that same day, like all of our honey. And I was like, there's something here, we need more honey. And then I started doing research about the honey on grocery store shelves. And 87% of it is all imported from other countries. It's all filled with high corn syrup. Yeah, and so it's not even real honey, they just put dye in it. Well, then I started like watching a bunch of YouTube videos, and then I would call the people on YouTube. I'd find out what their bee name was, call them, and I'd start talking to them, and I realized there's a lot of beekeepers out there, they're not really moving their honey like they want. So I started calling them and saying, hey, what if I sell your honey for you and we provide U.S. honey for U.S. people only? So we vet them when we sign them up, we make sure it's real, they send us tests. I'm so sick of honey at this point, but I still test it and make sure it's the best. Because we make sure it pairs well with foods, drinks, what you cook it in, the benefits, what the bee ate off of, because that drastically comes into play when you have your honey and the enzymes and health benefits. So anyways, we started building this connection with beekeepers, and then a year after that, I started buying their honey by the pallets. And what we do for them is we still have Emerald honey on our logo, but underneath is their bee yard name. And then we have a QR code on every bottle we sell. If you scan it, it will tell you everything about that beekeeper and where the bee pollinated. So you know exactly what you're putting in your body or your mouth or whatever, so whatever you're looking for. So that's one way we support U.S. beekeeping, is giving them an outlet to sell their honey to you guys. And one of our taglines is from hive to home. And that's very true, because the honey I get is very fresh. I process honey for some beekeepers I buy from. Yep, Rosemary and Ted. Some of us have shipped it, we cut it, and it crystallizes, which is pretty amazing because the altitude changes. But I'll get into questions about that here in a minute. So that's what Emerald does. That's what we set out to do. Yeah, this is Theodore, our youngest beekeeper on the blog. He works for Candy and TV Time. He's pretty good. Now that I explained what Emerald honey does and is, I'm going to get into the bees themselves. And at this point, I do ask, is there any beekeepers here right now? Okay. Yes. So, beekeeping is very serious to me. If I have missed facts, please, I'm giving you all right to say, I don't know if that's right, that's fine. And if I don't know the answer to a question, I won't answer it, because I want to be honest and I want to give facts. That being said, I always tell people, if you want to know how to do something, ask 5 beekeepers, because they'll all give you different answers.
10 different answers.
Yes. And they'll all work. They just might be a little different, because beekeeping is problem solving every day. How to get these bees to stay in here, it's a lot. All right.